Do you even? Today we're going to look at the key terms and some examples for the first assessment. So firstly we're looking at the agonist. So the agonist is the muscle that's causing the movement. It is a muscle that is contracting or shortening in length. Okay, so here we have an example of a bicep curl. When you're doing the bicep curl, your agonist is your bicep because that's actually producing the movement. Okay. Antagonist. This is the muscle opposite the agonist. All muscles work in pairs, agonist and antagonist. Okay, so for our bicep curl example, our antagonist is our tricep. It is opposite. Okay, if we didn't have an agonist and an antagonist, again, looking at the bicep curl, our arm would be flexed. If we didn't have our tricep, it wouldn't be able to contract and bring us back down into extension. If the antagonist didn't relax, then the agonist wouldn't be able to do its movement. Okay, so it's the muscle that's relaxing and lengthening. So that's the tricep in this example. The synergist. So the synergist is a muscle assisting the agonist. So the main muscle being worked. Okay, we've got the bench press example. In the bench press, the main muscle working is your pecs. Okay, but while you're pressing forward, you're also using your deltoids and your triceps. Okay, so they would be your synergists. They assist the movement. Fixator. A fixator is a muscle that holds you in position to perform the movement correctly. So the easiest way to think about it is the stabilizing muscle. Fixator fixes you in place. Looking at our bench press, okay, there, boom, you can see his abs fired up, holding him in place so then he can perform the movement correctly, where if his abs didn't do that, okay, he may fall off the bench. There are three types of muscular movement or contractions. Okay, there's the concentric phase. So this is when the muscle is shortening or working. Okay, looking at our bicep curl. Shortening the bicep, okay, so that means that's the concentric phase. Eccentric is when the muscle is lengthening or relaxing. So that is the eccentric phase of the bicep curl is when you're lowering it, the muscle is getting longer. And isometric, so that's when there's muscle contraction, but there is no change in length, okay, so holding a fixed position. So looking at our example above, so isometric, holding your arm out to your side, okay, fires up your deltoid, but it is working to hold your arm in that position, but doesn't lengthen or shorten. Okay, concentric, so when you are actually raising your arm to your side, okay, that's a concentric, your deltoid is shortening to pull your arm up. Okay, and then the eccentric, relaxing, lengthening to lower the arm. Breathing in the gym is very, very important. Okay, this isn't grunting, this is just breathing. Okay, so during the eccentric phase, okay, you breathe in. So that is relaxing, generally long. So if we look at B in the squat, the eccentric phase going down is when we should be breathing in. Nice deep breath, and then you breathe out during the concentric phase. So that's the working phase, pushing or pulling, okay, and that in our squat, that's example A. So that's when you should be breathing out, when you're actually doing the work, okay? You do not hold your breath, you breathe out. Let's look at a few examples now. So we've got our bicep curl here. The agonist, the muscle working, is the bicep. The antagonist is the muscle opposite your tricep that is relaxing while you're doing the work, is the antagonist. Okay, the synergist is the brachialis. So this is a muscle that is under your main bicep head, okay, which also helps with flexion at the elbow. You have your fixator. So in this example is the rear deltoid. Okay, so your shoulder holds you in place, holds your arm at your side so you don't swing. So that enables you to do the movement correctly. The concentric phase, when your muscle is shortening, is going up. The eccentric, muscle lengthening, is going down. You breathe out when you are going up, so when you're working, okay, and then you breathe in when you are going down. That's our bicep curl. Shoulder press, a dumbbell shoulder press, or it could be a military press with a barbell. So agonist is your deltoid, okay, your shoulder muscle. Antagonist, so the opposite, shoulders go up, latissimus dorsi comes down. So that's that antagonist, the opposite muscle. Synergist, tricep, your tricep helps extend your elbow as you come up. Fixator, your abdominals. With a shoulder press, you need to stay nice and upright, so your abs will keep you nice and tight, so you can perform that movement. Concentric, again, the working phase, going up. Eccentric, going down. Breathing out as you're working, so breathing out as you're going up, breathing in as you are coming down. Tricep pushdown. Agonist, tricep, it's in the name, straightforward, remember that. Antagonist is the bicep, remember opposites, very, very easy. Synergist, so the tricep medial head, okay, so tricep meaning three, you've got three different heads or parts of the tricep muscle, okay, so the medial head is just one of those heads. Fixator is your deltoid, again, keeping your arms locked at your side so you don't cheat, your elbows don't come forward. Concentric, your working phase in the tricep pushdown is when you're pushing down. The eccentric, when the triceps lengthening, is when you're going up. Breathing out as you work and go down, breathing in as you bring it back up. Bench press. So, pectoralis major is our agonist. Okay, it works our pecs. Antagonist, opposite, is our latissimus dorsi. Okay, synergist, tricep, we talked about that earlier. And fixator is our rhomboids. Okay, so that is in the middle of our back. For correct bench pressing technique, you need to activate your shoulder blades so you're nice in a nice, strong, fixed position, so then you can bench press safely and correctly. And that's what they do. Concentric, going up, that's the working phase. Eccentric, going down. So when you're going up, you breathe out. Coming down, breathe in. Squats. Agonist, quadricep, so your quads do a lot of work in your squat, okay, so your hamstring, opposite is your hamstring obviously, synergist, your glutes, okay, so your glutes do a lot of work in the squat, so even if you had your agonist as glutes, I think that would be acceptable. Fixator, abdominals, we know our squat technique, we want to keep our back nice and straight, okay. Our abdominals enable us to do that nice and tight, keep our good form. Concentric, when you're working, you are going up. Eccentric, going down. So when you are going up, you need to breathe out, and then going down, you breathe in. Deadlift, so here's a niggly one, okay? So the agonist, if you actually broke down the movement, when you are going up, pushing up, lifting the weights, okay, your agonist would be the quadricep. Okay, I've got here note hamstring. So a lot of people consider a deadlift to be a hamstring exercise. This is correct if you are controlling the weight while you're lowering, okay, and then that would be eccentrically working your hamstrings. Okay, so the antagonist, if we were to say quad, is your hamstring. Again, keep that in mind what I've said earlier. If you are controlling it down, lowering it, you are strengthening your hamstrings. Synergist, erector spinae, your lower back, straightening you up big time, helps out without a doubt. Fixator, so again, your abdominals, your erector spinae, in this picture here, perfect technique, nice straight back, and keeps that straight back. Okay, so concentric is going up, eccentric is going down. Okay, breathing out as you're going up, breathing in as you're going down. Smith calf raise. Okay, so the agonist isn't our calf. Okay, we call it our gastrocnemius. That's the correct term for it. Okay, antagonist, so opposite, the front of our leg is our tibialis anterior. Synergist, so the muscle assisting that movement is our soleus, and that's a deep muscle underneath our gastrocnemius, which produces plantar flexion, just like the gastrocnemius. Our fixator is our quadricep. Why our quadricep? One of the key technique points to our Smith calf raise is to keep your legs nice and straight, okay? So your quads, boom, they keep your legs nice and straight. Concentric going up, eccentric going down. Breathing out as you're working, so going up, in as you're lowering. A sit-up or a crunch, okay? So agonist, abdominals, okay? A lot of people say, what's your agonist for this? Oh, core. Please remember that your core is around your whole midsection, your core, okay? But the muscles that cause flexion at the trunk are your abdominals. Antagonist, opposite, your lower back, so erector spinae. Synergist are your obliques, so your obliques are on the side of your abdominals. Fixator glutes, okay? Why glutes? Because they actually hold you in place in your start position, okay, and enable you to come up. Concentric going up, eccentric going down, breathing in as you're going, out as you're going up, in as you are going down. some new terms, but with practice, they start to make sense. You do just need to think about what is being worked, look at the different joints being used to help you find those synergists. But better never stops, do you even?